If you want to be more successful, if you want to be happier, if you want to develop your life and get your life in order, I highly recommend that you learn to manage your time. I think all people of success, all people who just have their life together, I think they are good at managing time. You have to be. Time is the most valuable thing that we have. It's finite, it's gone. You can get back money, you can get back a car, you can get back clothing. You cannot get back time. So you have to learn how to manage it properly. Well, the best way I could say that anybody could start learning to manage their time is to have goals. You have to have goals because you have to have something to aim for. All successful people, all people who have their ducks in a row have goals or have had goals. You have to have a target because if you're just throwing darts in the dark, you don't know what you're hitting. You don't know how close you are. You don't know if you're throwing properly because you don't see any progress. When you have a target, you know, okay, I'm 20 feet, I'm 25 feet off, I'm 10 feet off, I'm 5 feet off. Bullseye. That's what goals are for. So when I say goals, I don't mean you have to have your life figured out. You don't have to have your career path figured out. You don't have to have any of that figured out because we can go personal first. Maybe I want to get up every morning and I want to make my bed. I want to clean my room. I want to be a better person. I want to spend more time talking to more people. I want to do more interacting with people. I want to learn something. I want to take 15 minutes out of my day and learn Spanish. There's things you can do on a personal level without having your life all figured out. I think for one, we put way too much pressure on it, rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta back off sometimes and get back to you instead of everything that's so external. But if you do have goals, something outside of you, your career path and your passions and things like that, it's all a part of you, but it's external in a way too. But you set these goals, okay? And when you have these certain goals, you need to write out a descriptive plan on how you will achieve these goals. Let's say you want it to be a painter and you want your paintings in a museum. Well, every day you probably gonna want to be painting something or reading up on something or studying something or learning to draw certain things and then paint it. Like you have to have a plan to get there. If you want to be a YouTuber, what does that YouTuber walk like? What does that YouTuber talk like? What is the editing style like? What do I need to do every day? Do I need to record a video? Do I need to learn editing? Look at different softwares, maybe get the proper equipment, start with my phone. There's a plan. There's a criteria that you have to follow to get to where you want to go. Let's say at the end of the month, I want to be able to do 100 push-ups straight. Well, maybe I need to start with 25, but I got to do 100 push-ups a day, but I have it set up in these different categories and I'm building up to that 100. There's certain things that you have to do to reach your goals, and you have to write all of that down, and you have to do that every day. But to build onto that, you have to have priorities, okay? Because I may want to get fit, but I also got to do my schoolwork too. I have to do this, I have to do that. Maybe one day I want to record 3 videos, but it's urgent for me to go get my car service. Or maybe I want to record some videos today, but I have to cook for the family. There's things we have to do. So making a list and checking off that list, making sure that you get the things off that list that are important for you is very important. Because when I was on my journey, when I wanted to blow my YouTube up, when I just started again, I also had a 9-to-5 job. And I was going away from the house. It took me an hour to get to my job and an hour to get back. And in between that, I was working an 8-hour shift, sometimes more than that. So my time, I didn't have a lot of it, but I made a rule for myself. Before I left that house, every day I had to do something for me. So I had to record a video, I had to edit a video or record a few videos and take those videos, upload them to my phone. I'm at work, I'm recording, I'm editing, I'm uploading while I'm at work. When I come home, I gotta edit, I gotta film, I gotta upload, I gotta do something for me. I had my priorities. I still had to go to my job. It was taking up most of my day, but I could not end my day without doing something for me because my priorities was in a row. And doing that led me to a year later, I'm about to hit 600,000 subscribers. This time last year, I didn't even have 400, but I managed my time. I had things that were important to me, and I did not leave a day without doing what was important for me. Pay attention. All right? And before we lock in, another version of me wants to announce a sponsor. Now, with that being said, I would like to announce and give appreciation to Factor 75 for sponsoring this video. I felt okay about working with Factor 75 because I've had personal experience with them. I've only heard good things. I have a friend that's really into fitness, and Factor 75 has helped her reach her fitness goals as well as help with her need for flexibility in her life. If you don't want to cook and you want to save some time, this may be for you. There's keto, vegan, vegetarian, calorie smart, and many more options of meals to fit your individual lifestyle. All you have to do is heat the meals. There's no cooking. You don't have to go get fast food. There's no hassle. There's no dishes. So you can eat your meals, you can heat your meals, you can eat your meals, and get back to whatever you're doing in the shortest amount of time. It is simply efficient. I've only heard good things, so Shimon approves. Once again, I want to thank Factor 75 for sponsoring this video, and you can use my link to get 50% off and free shipping on your first Factor box. Now, let's get back to the video. Time for that segment is up, and that leads me to the next point. Time limits. That had a time limit. You have time limit. Your priorities, they're gonna have time limits. So as you know, we have 24 hours in a day. You sleep 8, you sleep 10, you sleep like 14. You don't sleep at all. You know, it's all over the place. But when there's other things going on in your life throughout your day, your time is a little more limited. So it is important for you to set time limits for yourself. Why? Well, for one, you have goals and you have priorities and you have this list that you're working with. But if you give yourself a lot of time, it's going to take you a lot of time to get things done. The amount of time you give yourself to do something is the amount of time it's going to take for it to get it done. If I say, I'm going to make 3 videos today, I'm going to probably make 3 videos today. But if I tell myself I'm going to make 3 videos in 3 hours, I'm going to make 3 videos in 3 hours or get damn close to it. Now, I believe in never sacrificing your quality. You want to get to a point in your life where your consistency and your quality, it meets at a fine line. Sometimes you want to go no consistency, great quality, whatever, life, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about time limits. We're talking about getting things done as quickly as possible, eliminating procrastination, and having some sort of ratio, some sort of proportions in this list that you can check off. Give yourself a certain time to get things done by. Be a little harsh with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be a little hard on yourself. Push yourself a little bit. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be rude to yourself. If you need it sometimes I need that to motivate myself. But stop babying yourself. Stop giving yourself 3 miles to get things done. Get it done right here. The first thing you should do in the morning, you get up, you make your bed, you wash your face, you're getting things done. It's snappy. Because you're so quick, you're so eager to go do all these things that you don't want to do. You're showing up to these jobs that you don't want to work. You're showing up for these people that you know, they're not giving you nothing back, but you won't show up for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Show up for yourself. Be there for yourself. Have these time limits. Make sure this list is in order. Make sure your priorities is in check. The things that you need to accomplish that are most important, put those at the top of your list. All that other stuff, you will get to that. Okay? In doing this, when you set your goals, when you have priorities, when you make a list, when you set time limits for yourself, it helps you weed out 80% of the BS that we be doing. All that scrolling, all that excess going back and forth, all that wasted motion. You know how when you're doing something and you keep getting away from it, and it feel like you just doing the same things over and over. It feel like you wasting space. It feel like you wasting time. It feel like you just doing a whole bunch of nonsense just to get this much done. When you follow this criteria, it weeds that out little by little by little by little. Because concentration and focus is the way that you improve quickly. And I don't mean quickly like 1, 2, 3, tomorrow I'm going to be the greatest person ever and I just started. No. I mean, it's how you make true progress. Back in the day when I wasn't disciplined about my guitar practice, it would take me months to learn easy songs. Why? Because I would start learning the song, I would learn one chord, and here I am focusing on some other scale or something. Now I'm over here trying to do bends, then I'm over here trying to do finger picking on my classical acoustic guitar, but it was because my focus was spread thin everywhere. I didn't have my priorities straight. I didn't have time limits on things. I wasn't, putting things in categories. I had no true goals. I was just noodling around. My mind is all like this. There's no order, just pure chaos. But when I finally took the time to concentrate, okay, I'm gonna learn this chord today. By the end of the day, I've learned the chord, but it's taken me months to learn these chords because I have no concentration, I have no focus. I put 100% of my energy and my focus into one thing. I really focused on it. Went deep, not wide. Shout out Taekwondo once again. I really, really went deep. I didn't spread myself thin. I didn't have all this concentration and all these different points. Imagine if you worked at one thing for 10 years. There's a Bruce Lee quote that I love. He said, "I fear the man not who practices 10,000 kicks once, but the man who practices one kick 10,000 times." Imagine how good you would be at something if you practice one thing 10,000 times rather than practicing 10,000 things one time. Mastery comes from focus and concentration on singular things. When you master that, you move on to the next thing. You master that, you move on to the next thing. If you want to make true progress in your life, time management is key. But you have to focus on what's important. You have to take things one step at a time. You have to set priorities. You have to concentrate. It's all up to you. Nobody else is going to do it for you. You have your time, I have my time. When my time is up, I croak. And that's it. When your time is up, you croak. And that's it. But one way to really attack that, one way to really drive that home, to eliminate that procrastination, to eliminate this idle time that we have, all this screen time that we have, sitting on the toilet, laying in our bed, watching this YouTube video, in class, doing whatever we're doing. We watching this YouTube. We doing whatever we do. We got this screen time running up. One thing you can do, for one, is get off of this app. No, seriously. I'm so serious. You can get off this app. I'm just kidding. I'm not, but I am. But I'm not. But I am. But I'm not. Anywho, a true tip. Do less thinking and more working. I mention this in every video I have about time management, about consistency, about procrastination. You are in your head too much. You think too much. The goals that you have, they're great. But you make your life much more harder than it has to be. You see 3 dishes in the sink on Monday, and you dread doing it. So when Wednesday comes, now there's 15 dishes in the sink, and then you dread doing that. You think about how bad it is, and now Friday has come, and there's 300 little bowls in the sink. Now you got to do 300 pieces of dishes. There's 300 dishes that you have to clean because you didn't want to start with that 3. Then you didn't want to get that 10 right there, that 15. Now it's up to 300. But if you would have just got it right then and there and stopped thinking about it, everything would have been good. That morning when you woke up and it was so hard for you to get out of bed because you thought about all 1,000 things that you had to do in your lifetime instead of getting up, going to brush your teeth, wash your face, and taking everything one step at a time. Yeah, there's a reason why it's hard to do stuff, because you spend too much time here and not enough time here. You think too much. Times when you need to think, when you need to, process information, you don't. You just act. You say stuff. You just do stuff, you don't think. But when it's time for you to get out of your head and act, you don't. I don't know why we're backwards like that. It just happens. So if you feel like you're in a place where you stuck, just do the opposite of everything you're doing, because not really, but take that with a grain of salt. But, let it sink deeply in the areas of life where you need it. But I'm telling you, man, if you implement all those things in your life, if you stop letting this idle time just pile up, if you take action and you get the things that you need to done quickly, your life is going to change. It's not going to change tomorrow. It's not going to change next week. It may. I hope it does for you. But you got to keep going. You got to push through it even when it feels like nothing is changing, because it is. You're changing. And sometimes we are so close to a picture that we don't even see it. Like this. You're so close, you don't, well, all right. Look how close I am. You don't know what the hell this is. But look, it's me. That's how we be. That's how you be. You are so close to your own greatness. You are so close to your own potential that you don't even have a clue. You don't even realize you're looking for the solution to your problem. This is the solution to your problem. What do you see in that blackness? You see you. Well, now you see me, but this is not blackness. But yeah, no more yapping for me. I have some sleep to get. Well, actually, I have to eat first. Um, but yeah, man, I love y'all. Y'all take care. Learn to manage that time. Stop procrastinating. Get done with that homework. Get done with that YouTube video you're supposed to do. Get done with that project you were supposed to do. Text that girl. Call that boy. Stop procrastinating. Go hug your mom. Go hug your family. Go talk to your friends. Call that person. Apologize. Move on. Stop procrastinating. Go work out. Go eat. Go cook. Go take a shower. Go to sleep. Wake up. Get up. Be great. I love you, man.